Well, this was an interesting Wednesday. Hey everybody, it's Preston here, aka Godzilla Hawk, and I'm here to do your episode 4 of the Wednesday Night War series. Before I get started, I want to do a quick shout out to Jason, aka the Solid Monster. He did a review of AEW This Week live on Wednesday, and I was happy to be part of his show for a brief moment. I was the first caller. I got to call his channel, got to ask him a couple questions, give my thoughts about AEW. So check that out on his channel, on his YouTube channel, the Solid Monster Sound Off. You can try to type in Solid Monster, you should find it. AEW review for this week. So I was there, the first caller toward the end of the video. If you want to check that out. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about AEW NXT. I'm going to say this right now. This was so close to being a draw for me. This was so close to being a draw because both these shows I thought delivered. It was the best AEW episode thus far in terms of weekly television show, and I'd say it's probably the best NXT show in terms of airing on USA Network. But the ultimate question was, I had to pick a winner, and I decided. It was all because of one segment, one ending that just sealed the deal. I think you know what I'm talking about. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and start with AEW. We'll go ahead and start AEW first. So, this was quite interesting because we did not get an intro. Instead, we start off with the semifinals of the tournament, tag team tournament. We had the Lucha Brothers taking on Private Party. I'm not even going to go in detail about this. I can't even remember half the moves they did. All I remember was just, ooh, ah, ooh. It was a great opener. It was crazy. And I guess my only couple of gripes is I could tell they were like a little sloppy at times. You could kind of tell they were a little rusted. Something wasn't quite right. And then the match was just a little shorter than expected. I figured it'd be a little bit longer than that, but that's what happens. But the Lucha Brothers, though, end up being the Private Party and now secure for next Wednesday for the finals. So that's going to be quite interesting. Then we immediately go into the next match, which was the Dark Order taking on SCU, Kazarian, and Scorpio Sky. And the second semifinal match. So, back-to-back matches. I'll get that to that in a second. This match was a lot better than I thought it would be. But unfortunately, this will kind of go my negatives. But they did have AEW champion Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle come out, except for Jake Hager, because I guess he's wrestling, or not wrestling, but he's fighting in MMA right now. He's having a fight. So he wasn't there. But they pretty much come through the crowd, like, middle of the match, and then they go in, like, the skybox kind of area. And, eating popcorn and having a little bit of the bubbly. And unfortunately, it kind of turned away from the match halfway until they started to bring the fans back toward, like, the last 6-7 minutes of the match. But the SCU ended up winning. They ended up qualifying. So now it'll be SCU versus the Lucha Brothers. That's going to be interesting. So one of them is going to be the inaugural AEW Tag Team Champions. So that's going to be interesting. So that's set for next Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. But like I said, I thought the Dark Order one was a good match overall. I didn't really have any major complaints in terms of match quality. I just thought the whole Inner Circle thing was a little bit too distracting at the moment. Then we got a video package for Warlock or something like that. I think it was Warlock. I don't even remember the guy's name. But it's War something. They had a promo package of him. I think All Out. Was it All Out? I can't remember anymore. All Out. I think it was All Out. They had the promo package. So we've seen something about him. I don't know anything about this War guy. I really don't. So I couldn't even tell you anything. let's see. Okay, then we had the next match. We had Kenny Omega versus Joey Janela 1-on-1. This was a rematch after their unsanctioned match at AEW Dark, which was a really good match. This one was really great. I was surprised how great this match was. They went back and forth. They didn't use any weapons. It was a straightforward wrestling match, stiff match. Joey Janela looked like $1 million, and Kenny Omega got his second win at a singles competition. Now, unsanctioned, I would say unsanctioned, but the unsanctioned matches determined that the rules of that is no matter who wins or loses, scores don't matter. So even though Omega won the unsanctioned, because it was a non-sanctioned match, wins and losses don't matter, so he never got a point. This one though did, so Omega ended up being Joey Janela. Again, hard-hitting match. I can't really describe it, it's just a great match. I highly recommend you go check it out. Then we get to the segment, but not the segment that determined a winner, but definitely a great segment. So we had Cody Rhodes entering the ring with Tony Schiavone. He's being interviewed, and apparently Cody has this announcement to make. I guess regarding Full Gear. He's about to make the announcement, but Jericho and the Inner Circle are, honking their air horns and they're trying boo. They're getting Cody upset and try to get him off his game, and then Cody just snaps his, basically says that, hey, if you don't show, I have no problem coming out there and kicking your ass, pretty much. And Jericho is just like you're a smart guy, you ain't stupid. There's 4 of us and 1 of you. That's when Cody brings out Dustin. Then he brings out MJF, which I gotta stop the MJF one for a second. When Jericho saw MJF wearing the scarf, Jericho said, what he said? He basically said, "Look at that idiot! Look at that idiot! You have an idiot who wears a scarf. I mean, what idiot wears a scarf?" I just lost it at that point. I thought that was great. And then they bring out DDP. Yes, the legendary DDP. Diamond Dallas Page comes out, and it's the 4 of them that go upstairs. They track down the Inner Circle. The Inner Circle kind of lock themselves in a little room with a glass window. Jericho's just like, "Ha ha, you can't get us." And Cody just like, okay, grabs MJF's scarf, wraps it around his hand, punches right through the window, through the glass, and then everybody just, it's an all-out brawl all over the place, all over the building. And to the point where security had to come out and escort Cody and the others out. And I love this too, when Jericho's crying tears because he bought a ticket, and he's like, "I bought a ticket! I bought a ticket!" I love Jericho so much. I love him. Oh, he's great. Oh, I love him. So this whole segment was freaking awesome. It was just awesome. This was old school, good babyface, good heel. He had a great build match to build up their match Full Gear. So if you're not seeing it, go check out, watch this segment. It was just great. I loved it. Then we had, I believe it was the Young Bucks taking on the Best Friends. Orange Cassidy did the most devastating kicks in the world to the Young Bucks, and the Young Bucks just super kicked him. Damn you, Orange Cassidy. Or Solomon Monster, let's call him. But besides that, the match itself was, again, like the Dark Order SC, I thought it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was a great match. Young Bucks ended up winning this match. I can't really mention every move for move. It's just so much happened. But the Young Bucks end up winning, and then they get on the microphone and they say, "Santana Ortiz, we accept." Because last week, Santana Ortiz made a challenge to fight the Young Bucks at Full Gear, and the Young Bucks just now accepted. So now it'll be Young Bucks versus Santana Ortiz. That should be interesting. So we'll see what happens with that. Then, I believe, we get Britt Baker, or Britsburg, taking on Jamie Hayter. I don't know much about Jamie Hayter. I haven't seen her before. But Britt Baker ended up winning. Final grab, I kind of wish this match was a little bit shorter so we could give the main event a little bit more time. That's my only gripe. The match itself was fine for what it was. Britt Baker got the win in her hometown. Wow. Somebody winning their hometown? That's surprising. But Britt Baker ended up winning, so a nice little reaction from the crowd. We get to an interview stage backstage. And Jamie Hayter is being interviewed after her match. And just when she's about to kind of answer the interviewer, she gets blindsided and assaulted from the back. It's Brandy Rose. And that was it. And I'm thinking, what? What is this leading to? Why did Brandy also attack Jimmy Hayter? She looked angry, like just incensed. I have no idea where we're going with that, but I'm curious. Then you got the main event: Jon Moxley and Pac. Jon Moxley made his way to entrance first, but Pac ended up assaulting Moxley from behind with a chair and then attacked him a little bit, being down a couple minutes before the match officially started. Stiff matches. Pac is just unreal athlete. Moxley's super underrated in terms of in-ring performer. These guys had a really good match. Two spots I can remember easily is Jon Moxley hitting his headlock DDT driver on the apron, and Pac sold it like a god. Jesus Christ. And then Pac doing the 450 from an apron. Moxley's on the outside of the floor, and you see Pac, he's on the apron, and you're thinking, like, what's he going to do? And he does a 450. Doing it from the top row is pretty good, but where you're doing it from a small, tight area like a ring apron, and you're jumping down, a little bit more impressive. It takes a lot of skill. And basically, towards the end of the match, we have Jon Moxley hitting the Death Rider, I like to call her, Dirties, whatever you want to call it. Paradigm shift. I prefer Death Rider, I like that better. But he's taking a while. He's waiting. He gets the cover. 1-2 kick out. And then, as soon as he kicks out, the time limit goes off. And the time limit expires. This match ends in a draw. Moxley's pissed. He assaults the ref. And you can just hear him talking. Just saying, time limit, my ass is bullshit. And a lot of people hated this ending. Look, let's be honest here. If Pac would have won this, that would have hurt Jon Moxley's momentum going to fight Omega. If Omega won, Pac would lose momentum because right now, as a singles wrestler, he's undefeated. As a singles wrestler. Do you really want either of these guys to lose to each other? And besides, with a draw, it doesn't hurt them. They don't win, they don't lose, they get a draw. And they both still stay relevant, so nothing changes with Pac's scoreboard. Nothing changes with Jon Moxley's scoreboard. The only difference is now they each get a draw on their score. That's it. But Moxley still looks strong after the match, and Pac's still the evil little bastard that he is. I mean, that's about it. I think I'm... the Britt Baker match, they did a nice little promo package before her match with Britt Baker, which is exactly what they need to be doing. I'll get on to that. But overall, I thought AEW was great. Best episode thus far. Now we'll move on to NXT. Very quick. NXT. First was Rhea Ripley defeating Bianca Belair in the opening contest. I thought this was a lot better match than I thought this was going to be. This was really good. Back and forth action. Ripley, she's super underrated. You take one look at Rhea Ripley, you think, oh, she's just a big powerhouse. She's more than that. She's very good at what she does in the ring. And she's kind of hot. So, sorry, my metalhead wife. I know. I was just kidding, though. But towards the end of it, we have Io Shirai coming out. And trying to get involved and cost Rhea Ripley the match. And almost did. Then Candice LeRae came out and attacked Io because they're feuding. And that allowed Rhea Ripley to get the victory on Bianca Belair. So it looks like maybe a Rhea Ripley versus I don't know, maybe Shayna Baszler feud, a match at War Games. I would not mind at all. If she won the title, I would not be complaining whatsoever. But yeah, I thought it was a very good opener. Then we get Pete Dunne being interviewed by Kathy Kelly in the parking lot with Tyler Bailey Court, pretty much asking about, how you feel about the whole Damian Priest low blow thing and all that. And Pete Dunne basically said, yeah, he did what he did, but this isn't over. He's going to get his receipt. I'm going to kick his ass. I'm going to get my hands on him. And then Kathy Kelly then asked, well, what about Killian Dane? Because last week we had Killian Dane, after his match with Boa, got into the face of Pete Dunne. Dunne broke his fingers. So he was asked, well, what about Killian Dane? And Pete Dunne just goes, I don't care about Killian Dane. And then just walks off. Which sets up for another little segment. Next, though, we get Matt Riddle defeating Cameron Grimes. Again, another great match. This was a stiff match. Cameron Grimes looked like a megastar against Matt Riddle. He looked great. This was easily his best match by far. He had a really good match with Raul Mendoza too, but this was easily his best match, at least in WWE. Matt Riddle ended up winning. He went to try to give Cameron Grimes a fist bump, but Cameron Grimes refused. And then Tyler Bate was in the crowd, and Cameron Grimes didn't like that. He shoved Tyler Bate, just bam, popped him in the face. I gotta talk about this though about Matt Riddle. If you know a history with Matt Riddle, you know he does not like Goldberg. Well, Full Sail knew that. Riddle. The crowd was actually chanting Riddle in a Goldberg-like fashion. And on top of that, Matt Riddle did a jackhammer, which actually looked better than most Goldberg jackhammers. It's not me exaggerating. I just thought that was a great shot at Goldberg. Let's see. Next, we got Breeze Dongo and Isaiah Scott, formerly known as Killshot from Lucha Underground, taking on the Forgotten Sons. I thought this was not a bad match, a six-man tag. This really wasn't. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, this is the best match on the card, because it wasn't. But for a six-man tag, it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. But it could have been a lot better. Basically, Breeze Dongo and Isaiah Scott end up being the Forgotten Sons. Scott got the victory with that super sidekick, like jumping sidekick. I don't know what you call it, but you see it Lucha Underground to the point where it's, oh shit, Jesus Christ, I swear he's going to give someone a concussion. Isaiah's just an awesome wrestler. He's just great. Again, I thought this match was very solid for what it was. It wasn't anything amazing, but it wasn't bad either. So, I thought this was a fun little match. Next, we have Angel Garza and Jack Gallagher. Yes, Jack Gallagher has returned to NXT to have a match. We had Leo Rush in commentary as NXT Cruiserweight Champion, so obviously they're building a possibly Cruiserweight match. Angel Garza ended winning. My only gripe with this match is it was too short. It was like a 4 or 5 minute match, and they were starting to go at it, and it just felt like it kind of ended abruptly with Angel Garza hitting basically like a line salt. An insult. It just felt kind of random. Just kind of felt like, oh, quick finish. So, if these guys were given more time, these guys would have had a lot better match, but this was just a small taste of what I would honestly say this was easily the weakest match on the card. Well, actually, I take that back. There was one other match that was probably the weakest of the matches. Next, we get Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox taking on Maria Shafir, and Jessamine Duke. Winners to fight for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships next week on NXT. Yes, that means the winner of this tag match will go on to fight Kairi Sane and Asuka for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships on NXT. Kairi Sane and Asuka are coming back to NXT. Yes! Sorry, I had to do that.
Oh, God damn it.
So, besides with the yelling, um, so, sorry about that, guys. I'm getting distracted from the talking. Um, so basically, Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox ended up winning. This match was nothing really special. It was a basic tag match. Not bad, but pretty basic. Then we go to the main event, the North American Championship. Roderick Strong, Keith Lee, and Dante Dijakovic, a triple threat. I'm not really going to talk about the match because so much shit happens. But I want to talk about something that I thought was great. Throughout the show, everybody got their own little room where you see like each of the wrestlers warming up. You see Roderick Strong warming up. You see Keith Lee warming up. You see Dante Dijakovic warming up. And they show them warming up a little bit, and then they do like a split screen, and on the bottom right corner, you have the wrestler with a brief interview talking about what they're going to do, how they're going to win, stuff like that. I like that. It had more fight feel to the main event. So I like it how they did that with each of Roderick Strong, Keith Lee, and Dante Dijakovic. Match itself, takeover quality. I'm just going to say it right now. It was a flat-out takeover quality match. It was given a lot of time. All three of these guys showed why they are awesome. Holy shit, I love the everlasting crap out of this match. This was an amazing main event. I don't even know how to describe it. You just need to go watch it. I can't explain half the moves they did. It's just something you have to witness and watch. It's unreal from what these guys are capable of doing, especially Keith Lee. Holy shit. Awesome main event. Now, up to this point, this was when I was kind of going, okay, this show could kind of go either way. It could go AEW or NXT. After the main event, this is what decided the winner. For me, personally. So after that awesome main event, Undisputed Era come out, celebrate with Roderick Strong. They attack Keith Lee, get him out of the ring. Out comes Daddy Tommaso Ciampa with his crutch. He gets in the ring. It looks like he's going to square off against the Undisputed Era. Johnny Gargano's music hits, and he comes out side by side with Ciampa to help him out. And I love this. Before they do anything, Ciampa and Gargano just stare at each other for good, maybe like 4 or 5 seconds. They nod. And they just turn back to the Undisputed Era and they look dead in their eyes. DIY for just a brief moment is back. Love it. Then Finn Balor's music came out. We were wondering, where was Finn Balor? Finn Balor comes back. He steps in the ring, side by side, right between Ciampa and Gargano. And Finn Balor started to take off his jacket. And then he Pele's kicks Gargano out of He Pele kicks Gargano. And then the Undisputed Era assault Tommaso Ciampa. And Finn Balor has this just straight, face, just looking down at Gargano, just looking at the Undisputed Era, just watching. And the crowd went nuts. And Mauro Ranallo, thank you for selling this. Thank you so much for selling this. And while they're being Ciampa, Gargano slides out of the ring, and Finn Balor follows. Finn Balor then does the shotgun dropkick to Gargano through the ramp. He goes through the ramp, the barricade, and knocks a bunch of fans over. Fans, they're plants. Over, knocks them all down. Grabs Finn Balor, hooks him up, pretty much hits the, I think they call it 1916. I like calling it Bloody Sunday. He gives him up, hits a beautiful Bloody Sunday at Gargano right on the steel ramp. That's probably one of the best looking brainbusters I've seen in WWE. That looked like it sucked. That looked like a brainbuster, and it sucked. And then Finn Balor just looks down at Gargano. You see Undisputed Era in the ring. They do their undisputed hand gesture. And Finn Balor just looks down at Gargano. And he does the old Bullet Club gunpoint and just points at Gargano and then walks off. This made my decision which show was the better night. It was NXT. This segment, that segment alone, that segment with Finn Balor, that alone made me go, okay, NXT won. You ain't topping that, AEW. I love you, but you ain't topping that. So, ladies and gentlemen, we just witnessed the return of Prince Devitt. The man before he came to NXT, the man before he came to WWE, the man that was the founder of the Bullet Club, the man that was a former multiple-time IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Prince Devitt. We got the old school, the founder of the Bullet Club, Prince Devitt, back, and it's awesome. And I love that too, because they did a promo package with Finn Balor a few times. I think it was last week. They did a couple promo packages of Finn Balor. And Finn Balor said this quote, and he said, "My past will become my future." And I was thinking about them like, what the hell does that mean? My past will become my future. And I'm thinking, I didn't think too much about it, but I'm thinking it has to have some sort of meaning. Like, what does that mean? And now you watch tonight, and it makes sense. The past is going to be his future. His past was referring to him being Prince Devitt in Japan. He was referring to his old self from Japan. And which means now his future is going to be his past. His future is now going to be he's back as the old Prince Devitt, the real Prince Devitt. Goodbye, smiley Finn Balor. Hello, Prince Devitt, the Bullet Club version. Now I want to see Bullet Club versus freaking Undisputed Era. Get Gallows, Anderson, Styles here ASAP. I want to see the War Games match with those 8 guys. I paid for that. This was awesome. I got nothing. This was just an awesome segment. I thought both these shows were great. I thought this was by far the best shows thus far against each other, and you started to bring out the best. AEW. Again, I thought NXT was the best show, so that would be a 2 for 2 score. So with AEW, my only gripe was I kind of wish that women's match was cut short a little bit shorter. And again, this is always going to be something I'm always going to complain about. They did a lot better doing interviews or promos on this show, but they really need to start doing that more often. I noticed when they did the matches, they kind of almost went match, and then they took a break, and then match. I would like it better if during those matches of each match we get like a promo package, even if it's just like a little 30-second, 1-minute promo package of certain wrestlers, maybe like one of Darby Allin, and maybe we get one of Sonny Kiss, and then maybe another one of Joey Janela, and then maybe another one like Penelope Ford or something like that. I kind of wish every of the matches, after each match, you get like a little segment or something like that, or a little interview, kind of knowing, so we kind of know who some of these wrestlers are. That's always going to be a complaint of mine. But other than that, I thought this was a great show. I don't really have any nitpicks on it. Meanwhile, you got NXT. I thought they did a lot better in terms of story. I think they did a lot better with interviews. Again, always be the same thing. I do want more of that. I'm always going to want more of that. But however, besides the 2 matches, those 2, the Angel Garzella and the women's tag team one, which they were just decent. There weren't anything groundbreaking. Besides those ones, everything else was either good to awesome in terms of match quality, and then that ending with Finn Balor turning heel was just icing on the cake. That alone made this entire show. So those were the positives. Again, niggas, I just wish they did more interviews and just a little bit more interviews, more build-up matches, stuff like that. But other than that, I have really no other complaint besides those other 2 matches being just short and just kind of there. Everything else was great on the show, especially that ending. That main event, and then after that, you get the Finn Balor thing. Or I'm going to call him Prince Devitt now at this point. That was just done. NXT won that. I don't care what anybody says. Those things alone just made that show even better. They won. So that's my honest opinion right there. In the comments below, tell me your thoughts about each show. For Dynamite and NXT, which show did you think was better in your opinion? Comment down below. What was your favorite moment? What was some things you liked? What some things you didn't like? Let me know. I don't know when the next video will be. Probably next week. I might do a video this weekend. I don't know yet. But there will be a video next week of the next Wednesday Night War series. That'll be episode 5 coming out next week. So with that being said, take care of my peeps. See you guys next time.